Being very productive, having every minute in your day being organized and planned, ticking off all of the items from a very long to-do list. This all might sound cool, but what if I tell you there is a hidden danger behind it that is called a burnout? If you are really productive and you work a lot for an extended period of time, you might even get sick. More in today's video. Hi, I have a PhD in neuroscience, and on the channel Neuroproductivity we talk about developing healthy habits and being more productive using principles of neuroscience. In today's video I want to talk about burnout because that's something I'm very familiar with. We'll be talking about what is it, why does it happen, and how to prevent it. I decided to talk about burnout because this is something that I'm very familiar with and it happened to me several times. And it was particularly bad last year when I was finishing my PhD. So what is a burnout? Burnout happens when you work really hard for an extended period of time without taking enough breaks. Some of the symptoms of burnout are being very irritated, having sleep problems, maybe losing or gaining weight, feeling anxious or depressed, easily getting into arguments, being very irritated, and so on. Burnout is still not really a medical term, but more and more doctors and psychologists are becoming aware of it. So I'm pretty sure that soon it will be medically recognized. Maybe in some countries it already is. But burnout happens when you work a lot for an extended period of time. I'm not going to get into details why does this happen, but let's imagine when you're under stress and you're working a lot for a very long time, there might be some chemical disbalance in your body that might then trigger anxiety, depression, being very irritated, feeling tired, having sleep problems, not being able to sleep or sleeping too long, and so on. So the list of symptoms of burnout is pretty long and it's also pretty individual. So I'm not going to get into details of that because I'm not a doctor. But if you suspect that you are suffering from a burnout, I always suggest you to get to your doctor because they might be able to prescribe you some vitamins or some medications that could also help. But today I will share with you some of the things that help me tremendously to prevent a burnout. Thing number one is to have some rest every day. Every day you should get at least 20 to 30 minutes where you chill. Either you're going to lay in your bed, whether you're going to go out for a walk, maybe do some sports. Just do something fun, something that is not intense, that's not going to stress you out, that is not a work for you. What I like to do is every morning I like to take a coffee, go on my balcony and chill for 20 minutes. Or maybe before going to sleep, I like to read a book that is really fun, that is not educational, that has nothing to do with neuroscience, with artificial intelligence, with psychology, but it's just something I read for fun. So make sure that every day you have this little moment, 20 to 30 minutes, maybe in the morning, in the evening. I know some people do it after lunch, for example. So find some time during the day where you will be able to relax and do something fun that will boost your mood. After having a short 20 to 30 minutes rest every day, this is something that helped me tremendously, is to every week have half a day off where I'm not working. This is very important for people who are maybe finishing their PhDs or they're really working hard. Maybe they have a job and they have their own business. Maybe they're working on their startup and they're basically working every day. It was like that for me when I was finishing my PhD. I was going to the lab every day. I was writing my thesis every day. But what happened then is that I just couldn't stand it anymore. I would feel really crappy on the weekend. So I had to take a Sunday off or half a day off because I just couldn't stand it anymore. I couldn't work anymore. I was in a very bad mood and I had to rest. But what I realized then is when I take half a day off, it was enough for me to recharge for the next week. So having one afternoon off on Sunday was more than enough for me to recharge for the upcoming week. So I suggest you to do the same. Every week, take half a day or one day off where you don't work. Maybe you will go out with friends. Maybe you will do some sports. Maybe you will just read a book. Maybe you will sleep in. Find something that relaxes you and do it every single week. And finally, after we took 30 minutes every day and half a day every week, we should take into account longer rest where we go, for example, on a holiday or a vacation. For some people, they will take 1, 2, 3 weeks off in summer and maybe 1 or 2 weeks in winter to go to the seaside, to go skiing, to go hiking. I personally, for me, taking 1 week is more than enough, because already after a few days I start getting bored, so I start doing something else. But make sure to find at least 1 week in summer. I know it's not easy for everyone. Maybe some of you are PhDs, maybe some of you are students, maybe some of you are working and you don't have holidays, but try to find at least 1 week, maybe during Christmas holidays, where you can really relax and recharge for the upcoming period, for the upcoming 6 months, for the upcoming 3 months. So to summarize this video, what is a burnout? Burnout is when you feel physically or mentally unwell after you had been working hard for an extended period of time. In order to prevent it, you should take some rest every day, let's say half an hour. Take one longer rest during the week, 1 day or 1/2 day. And finally, take some vacations 1 or 2 weeks during the year where you can recharge and get ready for the upcoming period. And make sure also to talk to your doctor or a psychologist if you're worried that you're suffering from a burnout, because they might prescribe you some vitamins or some other techniques that will help you get back on track and go out of the burnout. If you want to know how to organize your time, how to develop healthy habits, and how to prevent burnout, make sure to schedule a free 20-minute Zoom consultation when we will talk one-on-one. You will tell me what is bothering you, and I will think about how I could help you using principles of neuroscience. Check, the link is in the description down below, and make sure to schedule your 20-minute Zoom as soon as possible. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for my channel because I'm preparing more videos on these topics. Thank you for watching.